today's story is one scary true story, but you gotta watch it until the end. That's all I'm gonna say. In 1986, Annie and Jessica Andrews, teenage sisters, lost their mom to cancer and would start living with their father, Brian Andrews, full-time. Brian Andrews worked a lot to take care of his daughters, so Annie and Jessica would stay home a lot by themselves. They really missed their mom, so they would get a Ouija board to try to communicate with their mother. One day while their father was at work, the girls would take the Ouija board to the basement and try to communicate with their mother. These girls didn't even know how to use the Ouija board, but they started playing around. Mommy!
Mommy!
Are you here? Mommy! Are you here?
Mommy?
No answer. So they would put the Ouija board away and go upstairs and try to fall asleep. As they were trying to fall asleep, they would hear knocking on the wall. What is that? What is that? So they went to each other's rooms. Did you hear that? That must have been Mom. They were so happy that they waited up all night until their father came home from work and told them, Dad, we communicated with Mom today. He knew that was impossible, but he told himself, my girls are just grieving. Girls, go to bed, and we'll talk about this in the morning. For the following weeks, each time the girls were alone in their rooms, they would hear these knocking sounds. What is that? So they would call their father to come to the room, and each time their father walked in, the knocking would stop. He told them, girls, there's nothing, it's just your imagination. Anyway, each time these people left the house and would return, they would see things moved around all over the house. The furniture was moved all over. So the father told the girls, girls, I know you guys are doing this. There's no such things as ghosts. You gotta stop this. The girls told him, no, it's not us, Dad. We're not doing it. He said, if you don't stop, I'm gonna have to take you to a grieving counselor. The girls told him, all right, Dad, we'll stop doing things we're not doing. Now the girls were really starting to get scared because they knew there was a ghost in their house, and it couldn't be their mother because their mother wouldn't mess with them like that. One day in January 1987, the girls were home alone together. They would hear knocking in the basement. What is that? So they decided to go to the basement and confront the ghost. They went to the basement and saw nothing. But when they were ready to leave, they looked at the wall and saw writing in red that read, come find me, I'm in your closet. Time out. Like and subscribe. God bless you. Do me right. I wouldn't do you guys wrong, and you know it. Let's go back. Time back in. When the girls saw that writing on the wall, they just ran out of that house. I'm not gonna lie. I would have done the same exact thing. I'm not gonna go looking in my closet for someone writing, come find me, I'm in your closet. I don't even want to know who he is. I'm out of that joint. Anyway, the girls went to the neighbor's house and explained the situation. The neighbor said, calm down and stay here. We'll wait till your father comes and he'll take care of the situation. So the girls just waited for their father. When he pulled up home, they ran to him, Dad, and told him what they saw, and he would go to the basement and he would see that writing. And he told them, girls, That's it. It's time for grief counseling. And he took him to grief counseling. Weeks passed by with nothing going on. It was like everything was back to normal. But one day when the girls were home alone, they started hearing the knocking sounds again. They were like, where's it coming from? So they decided to follow the noise. It led them to Annie's bedroom. When they walked into Annie's bedroom and looked at the wall, they saw writing in red that said, I'm back! Find me if you can. When they saw that writing on the wall, they ran outside to the neighbor's house and did the same exact thing like before. And when Brian, the father, returned home, he was so pissed off with the girls, he told them, wait here, I'm gonna go check the house by myself. As soon as Brian entered that house, he saw the house was in a complete disaster. He told himself, no way did my girls do this. So he did go to Annie's bedroom and he did see that writing. But then, when he looked into the closet, he would see a man dressed in woman's clothes, holding a hatchet and coming towards him. Brian went like this and he tried to grab him, but the man managed to escape. Brian ran outside to the neighbor's house and said, call 911, call the police. Someone's in our house. When the police got there, they entered that house and looked everywhere. But they couldn't find anyone. But they were 100% sure someone was definitely in that house. So they went back outside and told Brian, someone was definitely in your house, but he's not there now. We advise
Brian,
you to stay
you should
with some
just stay with
relatives for a
relatives.
couple days, and we'll look after your house. So Brian would take the girls and go stay with some relatives. 2 weeks would pass, and nothing happened. So Brian told the girls, let's just go back home. He probably left. We'll put an alarm system and lock everything up. So they went back home. As they were driving up the road, Brian looked at his house and he saw the lights upstairs on. He said, what? Is that the police up there? The police shouldn't be in my house. But as he was looking, he would see that man in woman's clothes in his bedroom.
911, what is your emergency?
He
is in my house.
And he called the police. The police were there within seconds, and they surrounded the house. Now this gets crazy. As the police enter that house, the house is a complete disaster. And there's red writing all over. And pennies are glued all over the ceiling. It's just crazy. They searched the house all over, but can't find anyone. But one of the officers in the basement, he realized like this piece of wood behind the washer and dryer. So he would move the washer and dryer, and he saw that piece of wood was movable. So he moved it, and he found a crawl space. As the police entered that crawl space, they would find peepholes all over the walls. Those peepholes made it very easy for whomever was hiding in that crawl space to look all over the house. As the police searched the crawl space, they would find Danny Laplante.
Put your hands up! This
Danny
is the police, come
Laplante
out!
was a young teenager who briefly dated Annie, and Annie had broke it off with him. So the police would arrest him and take him to a detention center. When Danny Laplante was later released in 1987 from that juvenile detention center, he would break into someone's home and basically murder the entire family. Wow. Can you guys imagine someone living with you inside your house or in your backyard? That is very, Scary. I'm Ahmed Monsieur. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Please comment your opinion on this story. And please, like, share, and subscribe. God bless you. I'm out of this joint.